Consider this note as an addendum, but first of all, I need to apologize for the extra lateness. The only excuse I can really give is that life got on the way, but off we go to celebrate. Late, but celebrate! Hello all, this is Alys, and here we are with the 100 subscribers Ask Me Anything. Slightly later than expected, but good lord, it's been some weeks. Also, I've been saying this multiple times during the year, but I definitely would not have been able to predict that I would be here in this very moment. It's gonna be a short video, but in the end there will also be some telling of the new plans I have for the channel, which I hope you guys will like. So, without further ado, Alys answers questions and tells us stuff about the future of this channel. Let's begin. Summer Sorceress asks, "Very excited for you, Alys. I would love to hear your favorite games and if you ever plan on streaming." Thank you, dear. So that's a funny story because I've had like a super recent relationship with video games. I used to play some when I was a kid, your usual Nintendo 64 fare, with Super Mario, Majora's Mask, and the original Super Smash Bros. And yeah, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. The thing is, I was so full at them all. And I got frustrated. And I pretty much left games aside unless for some fun games, until I opened my Steam account on February 14th, 2020. Both Pathologic Classic HD and Ori and the Blind Forest, and now you're wondering why I've done this preface, right? It's mostly to excuse myself because, yes, I still haven't played many video games that supposedly one should have played should they want to call themselves a gamer. Now, this being said, aside from Pathologic, so far my favorites have been Elden Ring. I have 400 hours on this game. My astrologer is still trying to beat Malenia. Blasphemous, The Void, also by IPL, even if I have not managed to pass the first cycle. Grease and Journey. Which brings me to the streaming question. I want to stream. It's just that I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do so in quite a while, due to many reasons. The biggest of those being that the concept still causes me a fair share of anxiety that I still have to work on. But I will in the future, and the first game that I will probably stream will be Journey. It's a short game that has quite, let's say, an emotional something for me. And aside from Pathologic and Elden Ring maybe, it's what I believe would be the best choice to start the streaming part of my YouTube adventure. So, Big Dandy asks, how did you discover Pathologic? And that's quite the question, but it was thanks to Hideo Kojima. Wait a second, you're probably thinking, what does Hideo Kojima, creator, among others, of the Metal Gear Solid Sega, has to do with Pathologic? Okay, my friend. So here's the story. Even if I had not played video games in quite a while myself, I had suddenly become obsessed with Death Stranding after seeing the trailer of Norman Reedus holding a baby in a strange beach. And so, when the game was released, I checked on any videos I could find about it. One of them, from Spanish YouTuber Dioscript, called La Brillante Imperfección de Death Stranding, which included this bit about a certain game called Pathologic when he spoke about walking mechanics in video games. In his magnificent analysis about Pathologic, seriously, it's 2 hours long, but I have already seen it like 5 times, Hbomberguy talks about how we cannot run there because we are only people. Something in my brain went like, a game that only allows you to walk? Kinda like what happens with Death Stranding? Until you get some upgrades, you know. I had to see Hbomberguy's video. And I did. Quite a few times, actually. It kinda became my Christmas movie for the 2019 Christmas, until I ended up biting the bullet and buying Pathologic Classic HD, despite Mr. Hbomberguy's insistence that it was a very difficult and a good game, but also bad game. And here I am, several years later, running a channel that is mostly dedicated to this game. But we will talk more about that later. Emerald Embers asks, Were there any characters who surprised you with how much you ended up loving them, hating them despite first impressions? Oh boy, I mean, I could talk about Lara and Block here, but neither of them did surprise me at all for loving, so for a loving one, Glad Jr. At first, especially while playing Classic HD, I was like, well, duh, this guy is some guy. And I did not particularly care for the Olgimskis. Not the Kanes for that matter. My favorites from the beginning were the Saburovs. But I played Pathologic too. And Vlad's first combo with Artemi suddenly had me looking with so many eyes that you could literally call me a biblically accurate angel. And after all that, I fell in love, and I'm going to defend Vladito's rights and Vladito's wrongs till the end of time. Fluxoid asks, tú no eres una chica contemporánea, realmente eres de otra época, y eso me gusta. Gracias, persona hermosa, aunque tengo que decir que claro que soy contemporánea, porque estamos en el siglo XIV, ¿verdad? ¿Verdad? Peter asks, are you aware of the game Fear and Hunger, and do you plan on doing a playthrough of it in the future? Great story, and it's similar to Pathologic, but fair warning, it's a bit more loose with its depiction of violence. Oh, I am aware. I am very aware. I have done several attempts at playing the first Fear and Hunger, with each and every one of the protagonists, getting the farthest with Kahara. Lockpicking, my beloved. But each and every one of those attempts has ended in me getting utterly obliterated in increasingly horrifying ways. But I love this game. The narrative has me quite gripped, and even if I am not sure I'm going to be able to finish it sometime soon, when I have it more or less mastered, it might be that I upload a, sadly heavily censored because I still would like to be able to monetize this channel someday, let's play to this channel. Callum Fisher asks, what changes surprised you most from playing through the Pathologic betas? There's still one I mull over and over, and it is the fact that Eva had an expanded backstory in the Bachelor Alpha that could even point her as the bastard daughter either Simon or Georgi. My bet's on the second, by the way. The second would definitely be the more overt enmity between the Kains and the Olgimskis in the text demo. Boy, I wish we would do a lot to be able to get more stuff regarding that text demo, because I love the versions of the story we have. They have indeed changed a lot from that text demo, and the world hinted at there was so very interesting. And now for the future of this channel. Yes, the main thing is going to continue, of course. We're starting Haruspecs. Sorry, Haruspicus is rude. I swear to Bodo, I still have a hard time getting accustomed to the names in the 2005 version. And after that, the boat was saying, as soon as OBS in my Steam Deck decides to show me how to actually work, because I cannot find how to actually record Pathologic Classic HD in this version. Why is it not working? Why does it get stuck in the loading screen of the rats? Why? Sorry. As I was saying, as soon as I managed to make OBS work with Pathologic Classic HD in my Steam Deck, we will be starting this version, and from there, we will continue with the Pathologic 2s in the following order: the Marble Nest 2016 Alpha, the Pathologic 2 2018 Alpha, the Pathologic 2 2019 Demo, Pathologic 2, the Haruspecs route, aka the only one we have yet at the moment, and Pathologic 2, the Marble Nest, which hopefully by the time that I am done will, link me to the Pathologic 2 Bachelor route, and then we will have more Pathologic for another little bit. I'm not that optimistic regarding Pathologic 2 Changeling route, but that's another story. But here's the kicker. There was also new stuff coming to the channel. Much as I love Pathologic, there's also a plethora of other games that I want to try and dedicate LPs to the point that I have already planned the few series for it. The first one, Alys Plays Short Games, is going to be dedicated to games that take 2 or 4 hours to tops, so you guys can have them in a video or 2 at most. I found that there's a whole lot of them that I have generally loved as of late, and I want to share my impressions of them, and maybe get some of you to play them too. Next ones are a series that will definitely take some time, but here they are. Papers, Please and Return of Obra Dinn are getting played in this channel. I promise. The Monkey Island series. I not so recently got the first 3 games as a present, and since I haven't played yet these absolute legends of video game history, I think it's due time to do so. Blasphemous. Both 1 and 2. Going at least through 1 new game plus for the first, which will probably give me time to save some money to buy the second one. Pentiment. I am thoroughly enjoying the game, and once I finish my current playthrough, I'll start a new one for you all to see. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I need to get back to it. I need to have some severe panic attacks as I am not able to choose and or question a witness properly, and the like. A whole lot of games like Disco Elysium, Pillars of Eternity, and Red Dead Redemption 2 might get their own series as I manage to get the gist of them, and in some cases, actually style them. There might also be something Elden Ring in the future, but we'll see. And here's the other pièce de résistance that will come to the future in this channel. The Elder Scrolls. Well, the 5-number instances of the saga, that is. While I know that they spawn what can only be described as a whole lot of time, I've been toying with the idea of going through all of the stories from Arena to Skyrim with the same character, Gwenaël, a Breton lady bard. She was the first character I made when I first played Oblivion, the 4th installment in the series, but the first of the games I got, in a very short playthrough, and I want to do something else with her. I want to explore the story of a character that I've just barely known through 5 games that give a lot of opportunities. And yes, I am also doing it for the meme-tastic potential of any bugs that I might encounter. And now, aside from the playthroughs that are coming, there's also going to be other stuff in here. And that other stuff is... ta-da! Video essays. I've been working on texts of several potential videos for this channel. The first 2 that I will mention have already been teased every now and then. Mostly you should check the community page of my channel. Check it if you want me to talk about planning things for certain dates, like this video, and then realizing that, yes, I awfully overestimated my videoing powers. But once I finish the 2 milestones of the Alys Plays Pathologic series, aka I finished Pathologic Classic HD, and what we have 2, we're going to have videos that are pretty much a recollection of thoughts and opinions regarding both Pathologic 1 and Pathologic 2. I've also been mulling, and this mulling has been taking place over several years, mind you, the possibility of a video essay linking Pathologic and the theatre of Polish author and artist Tadeusz Kantor, especially through his works Umarła Klasa and Wielopole, both of which I feel have certain thematic significance and could have been quite an influence regarding Pathologic, especially Pathologic 2. There's also another one, which still lives in the realm of the hypothetical, mostly for reasons that are too personal. And those reasons that are too personal are mostly because well, now it's not the time to talk about this. It will be when it is. Now, what this time is to close, to say thank you for staying here to the 105 of you who are subscribed, especially. I never expected this channel to grow the way it has, especially that so far it has only been the house of alpha versions of a semi-niche Russian game from 2005. But it's so heckin' cool that you are here, and I love you guys a lot. Thank you. If you're around while this is released, in an hour there will be a little surprise for you all. Until then, see you.